I'm looking at Trump's deployment to Los Angeles through the lens of House of Cards.
Kathy, if you don't like how the table is set, turn over the table.
On June 6, ICE launched a large-scale immigration raid across Los Angeles. Within days, over 100 suspected undocumented immigrants were detained. Protests erupted immediately. Streets were blocked. Demonstrators arrested. Tear gas filled the air. Then Trump made his move. By executive order, he bypassed Governor Newsom and deployed 2,000 National Guard troops into Los Angeles. This wasn't routine law enforcement. It was a militarized response to a defiant state, a federal mobilization aimed at silencing local resistance. Why California? Because it's the economic engine of America, home to the most advanced tech sector, and ranks in the top 5 economies globally. And politically, since 1992, California hasn't voted Republican in a president election. Its legislature has long been controlled by Democrats, making it the bluest of blue state. For certain politicians, chaos in California isn't a crisis, it's an opportunity. Is it legal? That's gray area. Under the 10th Amendment, state retains sovereign control over law enforcement. While the president may activate the National Guard under the Insurrection Act, the state requires specific conditions: widespread insurrection, invasion, or the failure of law to be enforced. Los Angeles, by contrast, saw only protest, not war, not riots. This wasn't about restoring order, it's about asserting power. Why didn't California compromise? Because this isn't just conflict over enforcement. It's a clash over constitutional boundaries. California's sanctuary laws explicitly prohibit local police from cooperating with federal deportation efforts. Governor Newsom was clear. The federal government cannot compel us to do what we refuse to do. Make no mistakes, both sides understand the law. But what they're really defending is political territory. Trump wants to project toughness on immigration to show our support among conservatives. Newsom, meanwhile, is casting himself as a defender of liberal values, positioning for 2026 or even 2028.
The road to power is paved with hypocrisy and casualties.
So people ask, could this have been avoided? In theory, yes. If federal government had coordinated with the state, limited the scope of enforcement, and acted transparently, if ICE had executed target warrants without militarized tactics, if California had agreed to cooperate selectively and turn down public confrontation, or if the president had simply waited for governor's input instead of bypassing him, this could have remained a police disagreement, not a national showdown. But in reality, those who held the reins of powers never intended to avoid conflict, because in today's politics, conflict itself is a form of capital. Why Los Angeles?
Power is a lot like real estate. It's all about location, location, location. The closer you are to the source, the higher your property value.
Los Angeles isn't just America's most immigrant-rich city. It's a media megaphone and a pressure point of partisan politics. Stoke unrest here, and it echoes across the nation. LA isn't just a geographic hotspot, it's a political high ground.